Hey, it's Cool Cat Drinks.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Cool Cat Drinks. I'm your host, Drink Master Joe, and today we're doing a classic A&W root beer. Now, I love root beer. I love this one. This was usually my go-to root beer. In fact, in New Zealand, it's probably the only root beer you can regularly find. Usually at dairies and stuff. So sometimes the supermarkets, or at least Countdown, has it. It first came out in 1919, invented by a guy called Roy W. Allen, and then he in 1922 he teamed up with a guy, I think Frank Wright, I think his name is. Anyway, he teamed up with a guy to make a chain of restaurants called A&W Restaurants. And then this is kind of just it's what they serve. I think it used to be 55 cents or something. It's not ridiculous. Anyway, I like this. It should be good. I don't think it's going to be a horrible drink. Anyway, let's get into the can. So this is the can review for A&W root beer. I do like the keg type design, with the wood in the middle here and the frothing coming over it. It's really cool. I think that makes it look unique. I mean, you get less points for this, but that just has to be there. It's a cool, neat, interesting can. It's unique. It stands out. No caffeine. Ooh. I actually do quite like this. I'm going to have to give it a 4 out of 5. It would be 5, but it's got this. This just brings it down a bit. But yeah, 4 out of 5. Because it's a cool little, wooden keg. You're drinking from a keg. Yeah, 4 out of 5. Now we're up to colour. If I'm going to hazard a guess, it's going to look like all the other, Kool's root beers. It's a delicious smell. So it's probably going to be probably the same score I give Cokes and Dr. Peppers and stuff. Smells so nice. It is actually, looking at it, especially in the lights and stuff, it is a more brownish than, maybe a slightly lighter brown than like a Dr. Pepper or a Coke, but it's still brown. End of that. Still brown soft drink. Smells delicious. It smells like root beer. Yeah, it's root beer coloured. 3 out of 5, just like all the other ones. 3 out of 5 because it suits it, I think, because it's kind of just generic, It's not insulting, but it's not wonderful either. 3 out of 5. Now, the most important section, taste, and my one I'm looking forward to the most because I love root beer and I love this. Right. That delicious root beer taste. Kind of, aniseedy black licorice tasting. Actually, let's find out what the root used in root beer is. Okay, the root used in root beer is like sassafras or the sarsaparilla vine or something. Anyway, it's definitely a root. I do like that flavor. I know I know it's very polarizing, the root beer flavor, just like sarsaparilla or its English cousin dandelion and burdock. It's very polarizing. You either like it or you don't, and I do. So yeah. I mean, this is just great. It's that classic licoricey root beer taste. It's not hiding. It's not pretending to be something else. It's just a classic root beer. No wonder it's famous, you know. No wonder this is a popular drink. At least I assume it is. There is another one I know that's what's big in America. It's called mug root beer or something. I've never had that, but if I see it, I'll buy a can. Excuse me. This I used to be able to buy 12 packs of this at the supermarket, and I remember the supermarket thought it was beer, and they're like, "Oh, we don't sell beer here because where I live in Auckland, they don't sell alcohol at the supermarkets. Everywhere else in the country they do, but it's stupid." This is just a classic. It's a classic root beer. 4 out of 5. It's wonderful. 4 out of 5. Not good enough to be a 5, I don't think. But 4 out of 5 is really good anyway. So 4 out of 5. It's delicious. I mean, I'll drink this all day long. It's wonderful. There's no caffeine in it, so it's all good. And it's good to have something that, if you want something different from like a Coke or a Dr. Pepper, get one of these. And I'd say if you never had a root beer before, this is a good starting off root beer. It's just, if you don't like this one, you probably won't like any other root beers, or maybe like sarsaparilla or dandelion and burdock. You might not like those either. Just stick with this. Probably you'll be good. Delicious. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of these kinds of drinks. So yeah. So I gave it a 4. I like the it looks like a little keg. Color gave it a 3 because it's just brown. Taste I gave it a 4. It's a delicious and really good example of what root beer can be. I'm sure there's far better root beers out there, but I have not tried them. And you can't get root beer that easily in New Zealand. So anyway, this has been Cool Cat Drinks A&W Root Beer. I've been your host, Drink Master Joe, and I hope you don't trip over a root when you're walking.